This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Blue 58. 54 Mike. Run. Kill.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, exit. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Thought I had that bagged for a long time.
There for Green Bay. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Run. He's mine. Slam.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
No, that's wrong, boys.
54 Mike.
No, what are you doing?
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal.
Whew.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
How on earth do they not align properly for that man coverage?
How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey. 4 down. Mike 42. Yo. Check. Wide. Check. 42.
From the 29, Cousins. He'll rifle this.
Oh, you've such a bad arm.
And
Man.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, I-7. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 44 is the mic, 44 is Mike.
Cousins from the gun on third. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
Yeah, 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
In his own end zone, it's
Trevor.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
That's trash.
Great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Gun! Yellow, yellow, yellow!
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Mike Bobo.
They'll run with Montgomery. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get it.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Minnesota.
Jeez.
Smith Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
That's what I do.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
3rd and long for Cousins.
You got to catch that.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
That's too bad.
They'll have 2 remaining
5 yards
as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, add to second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
Ooh.
And some room to work.
Good.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Good run.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Rodgers now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That 86 speed just
4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's got better speed than that.
From the 24. To throw, Cousins. They'll set up the screen to
maybe it is 86 speed.
He will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. That screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 14. First down, Minnesota.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On first down, it's Montgomery, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down, Cousins. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Listen to me. Mike, hey, orbit. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. I don't think you got it, son.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. There goes a deep ball.
Oh, just hit the ground. Hit the ground.
And it'll
God
be
damn it.
intercepted.
That's so bad.
Amos with a pick.
Just dumb.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's smart.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
Just eat it. Just eat it and take your sack. We got caught up for a long time.
Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They run. Montgomery.
Is that running? Is that what we call running there?
Give him 8, maybe 9.
Too slow.
But they're still left with a third and long
painful. All right. Yeah, I guess I owe it to them to
timeout.
Run one play.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me. Watch the run. First. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Hey, Haywood. Check. 44. Mike, 44. Got one.
Final play of the half. Cousins. He rifles one that's
well, anything but a pick six.
Picked off near the 44.
Good half.
He will be brought down. His time is now
Man, that was so bad.
on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
Oh, buddy.
Nowhere to escape.
Longest windup I've ever seen.
Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Wide.
To throw is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is Johnson. He's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
You better bring. Hey, Alpha. You better bring. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 42. Mike 42.
Cousins again.
Yeah, my fault. Good job,
He's
man.
going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35.
Good job.
And he'll return this one just shy of
I was like
midfield
9 seconds late. They gave me 6 seconds to throw it, and I took 7.
First possession of the third quarter.
Very good at this game.
So maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's coming.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Ooh, he's fast.
He hauls it in.
Good job, man.
Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
My fault.
His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones.
Oh, good job.
He's
Eric
not gonna
Kendricks,
get
make
it
a
as
play.
The try for 2 comes up empty, so they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And his pass is
That's on Kirk, man. That one's on Kirk. My dude's wide open.
Near the 44.
That's a bad throw.
Stops at the 39-yard line.
Bad throw.
Johnson, the intended target.
He's so bad.
So from the
Okay,
39
play D,
now,
boys.
they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's versatile as well. When he came out of UCLA, he played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize those same sort of skills.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to
Kever.
Lazard.
Oh, man, am I playing
And
so
he's going to
dumb.
get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
I'm coming.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, Team 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, nice play,
This is
man.
caught inside
That was
the
nice.
15. That one covers 29 yards.
I'd like to
First
see that
down.
route, though, why you got burnt
And
like
at this
that.
stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, nice. Jeez, guys, you got to make plays.
Mercedes Lewis.
Can't cover
His
9
first
guys.
touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of
Oh, shit. I'm reading a message in the chat. I didn't even realize. Fuck.
Remember what I
The
said?
rule is don't throw there then.
Game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Now, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling.
Nice job.
No
Look at that.
escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Cousins to throw it. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. It looks like the Packers have added an
I didn't really
extra
mean to do
DB
that.
on 3rd down.
Apologies.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Gun. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one 4th quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 12 yards there. 1st down Vikings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They get 14 there. 1st down Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Going to run with Madison again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Just don't fumble like that, you fucker. Oh, Kirk, I hate you so fucking much, man. So much. So fucking much. Wow. Anything but.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the first play of the drive there is
I was in field goal range.
Got out
and
of the pocket.
fucker
Didn't look like he
just
had anybody
throws the
open,
ball
Charles,
away.
So just gets
At least do it overhand and forward, you
if no
piece of
one's
shit.
open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gun. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Now Cousins. And my goodness, another interception.
He's so bad.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
He's 4 yards behind him. Why are you underthrowing him by 6?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
I need to cut him.
Covering the football, taking
I
care
just
of the
can't
ball.
live with
All
him.
the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Are you kidding me, Thielen?
He goes down, but not before reaching the
Why do you have a
21.
shoe with no laces? Just don't have
Pretty good
laces.
timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
That includes you, Kirk. Hold the ball, eh? Hold the ball.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
And there's Kenny
he'll be
Clark.
Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bailey's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive
No,
underway.
don't do that.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Rodgers.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
That's my fault. I got way too loose off that dude. I didn't realize I'd be so naked over there.
You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just.
I would have liked him to put his hands in the air.
And you know that
but I'll take what I can get
right now. But they have to be very careful not to get over exuberant, overexcited, and blowing a.
This ain't Milt Stegall returning kicks. You know what I'm saying? Ah, good.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go.
They have a little
Quit
bit of
fucking
time
around.
here to get into field goal range.
It takes so
Not
long,
much.
man.
In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Mike, let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Twist. Yellow. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Cousins.
Yeah! Hang on!
Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
What about?
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Spawn. No.
Cousins to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan
8 miles an hour in my face,
eh? The clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
I needed to run that play. I couldn't have kicked the field goal. And that is Jair Alexander, you know? It is what it is. Good play, man.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the
I'm stuck.
Game and barring
Why do I got this?
We're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get
well, that was uncomfortable. Jeez.
Teaching moment here.
I was on the wrong screen.
Remind us how this goes, partner.
Painful.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started.
Hope I got the win. Hope I didn't pick the wrong thing. Nope, looks like I'm going into the win because that landed at the 10.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny.
What is going on?
Football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I'm just gonna fucking kill that. Jesus, that's
adjusting to the idea of
unbelievable.
Going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
At least it's better.
Let's face it now. The ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside.
Oh, my goodness. Guys. Jesus, fuck. Can't even get my fucking camera angle right. Like, oh, give me something positive, boys. This is fucking nuts.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
That glitches the outside right.
It's Rodgers.
Fuck me! Damn it!
They needed overtime to get it done, but
good job, man. Ah, that's frustrating, but you did a good job.
To see and making it extra.
Jeez, fuck. That's so bad.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's bananas, man.
Who has a 60% completion?
I don't know, man. just, like, I'm playing so bad. I made some horrible decisions. What's that? Raiders?
Yeah.
I could lose. I could lose to anybody playing the way I played tonight. There's nobody in the league who doesn't have a chance of beating me when I play like that.
What? Okay.
Truth.
But your defense isn't.
My defense was solid, but my offense is so anemic. It's just bad.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put this player in your lineup and evaluate.
In real life, he's kind of fast. Like, they cheated him so hard.
What's Montgomery's speed?
Alexander Madison, 40-yard dash speed.
Here's what I found.
Alexander... Oh, what's it? Sorry.
Here's what I found.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. A portion unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams. Players have contracts that are about to expire. Re-sign them so you don't lose them to free agency.